Alright, and we're back. Welcome to the Alex Webb Show. Now, I have a little treat for you tonight, folks. I have Douglas Neal in the studio. I call him Doug. And we have a very interesting topic. Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Great, Alex. Thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, now we're talking about the nothing. We know it's there, but the puppets in our government won't admit it.
That's absolutely right, Alex. It haunts us all. When you go to sleep at night and you don't hear anything, you know it's there. And nobody really is sure on what it isn't.
Okay, so you're saying when I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom and I look down the hallway and there's nothing there.
That's it.
My God.
There's no denying that it's there. In fact, right now as we speak, Alex, I look behind you and I don't see anything.
Whoa! Okay. You're kind of freaking me out.
Well, it is a little unnerving. When I think about the fact that there's nothing watching me, it sends chills down my spine. When I was growing up in England, I led a strict Christian life.
Roman Catholic.
Right. Well, one thing that the Bible taught me is that something should be there, but there's simply not.
I know. Give me a ghost, an alien, some matter, something.
Right. And our government is very clever about approaching the topic. When asked about it, they respond, there's just nothing there.
But that's just it. Exactly. And that's the whole point. And these bonerheads in Congress would rather fill your heads about fake terrorism than to address a very real problem of nothing going on.
Well, they think we'll just eat it up. What about when we sent thousands of soldiers to Iraq looking for weapons of mass destruction? They found nothing then, and we're aware of that. But good luck getting the government to talk about it.
You know, it's funny that you brought that up. I just had Tommy Chung on the show the other day, and we were talking about Area 51. But he made a quote that is suiting. He said, just because you see something doesn't mean that something's there.
Of course, Alex. You know, over 30% of the population is aware and deathly afraid of nothing. I'd hate to think that they're afraid for no good reason. But that's what this administration would have you believe.
Well, how can you deny it, Doug? You see the pictures of Iraq floating around the newspapers and the web, and it's right there.
Right.
There's nothing for miles.
See, it's part of an agenda, Alex. You have all of the third world countries where nothing happens. It gets concentrated, and then it flows over into its surrounding countries. And the world leaders know it's lethal.
Well, yeah. You know, you just look at Somalia. In fact, you can Google that right now. The nothing has gotten so out of control there that these kids are literally eating nothing. It's sick.
Well, earlier you mentioned Area 51. Now, if I remember, during the 80s, the government admitted that there was nothing there.
Right. And sometimes they fly the helicopters and the UFOs around there to make it seem like something's going on there, when in fact, it is tarnished with nothing.
Right.
Hell, in the 40s, the government said that there was nothing there, but the ufologists flooded the media with the stories of UFOs and aliens. Come on, man! We know there's nothing, and you can't hide it from us forever.
That's right.
Well, Doug, I know you gotta go, but let me mention your book real quick. It's called, Oh My God, There's No One Behind Me. That's in the stores right now.
Right. You can find it at the Waldens and the Barnes & Nobles. I will also be at the Walmart in Phoenix doing some book signing on February 3rd.
Very good. Don't miss that. When we come back, the topic, fences, and how they are really there to keep us out.
One more thing, Alex.
Yep.
I fear nothing, and you should too.
Amen to that.